Yeah. Ah, man, it's one hell of a day today.
Got a lot of content coming.
Yeah, a whole lot of content, man.
One of them good content days, man. I love ones like this.
It for sure is, man. Something to actually talk about, man. A lot of unfortunate situations, though, but shit, we in here now, though, man. We got to chop it up. That's what we do, baby.
Somebody got to do it.
We the top flight journalists of the world. You know what I'm saying? We got to break this down, man. I know a lot of y'all probably already heard what's going down, but before we get started with that, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Today's a good content day. I'll be looking for these so we can just, give them the daily news.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's your girl, you might be in some new shoes. Mm-hmm. But good content day. I'm ready. We here, present in the flesh. Mm-hmm. How you feeling, brother?
Feeling good, man. We've been working this week, busy, man. Had to deal with some Hollywood stuff, but we right here in the flesh, man. We always gonna keep bringing it to you live, so we don't let nothing slow us down. Regardless of the ups and downs of any situation, man, we gonna always prevail because that's how we do it out here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. This one right here, kind of close to home, man. I got some of my people down there in Texas, Dallas, man. They going through changes down there. We're gonna run this. This is still, so we can actually pull this up on the clip. Yella Beezy, man, charged with capital murder in connection with the 2020 death of Mo 3. You see, that's 5 years ago. The grand jury of Dallas County, State, and Texas, duty organized on January term AD 2025 Criminal District Court number 4. All right, let's get past that. Marquise Conway, hereinafter called defendant on about the 11th day of November 2020 in the county of Dallas, state of Texas, did then there intentionally and knowingly cause the death of Melvin Noble, also known as Mo 3, and an individual here thereafter called deceased by employing Keywan White to murder deceased for money and the promise of money, namely United States currency from defendant and pursuant to said agreement. Keywan White then there intentionally and knowingly caused the death by shooting the deceased with a firearm or deadly weapon.
Yo, B, those your peoples, right?
Yeah, Yella Beezy, my people down there. That camp down there, my cousin worked closely with Yella Beezy for a number of years. Also, his manager, Los, I interviewed him before on another channel of ours, Priv Nation. Y'all can go check that out. But yeah, I worked with that camp before and been down there, kicked it with them. They all good people. They always show me a good time, good hospitality every time I hit Dallas, along with a couple other people. But they definitely cool. They definitely cool people, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I wasn't there for all this. This just is part of how it goes. Street stuff. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. I will say I did like Mo 3's music. I didn't know him personally, but it's unfortunate events how it all turns out, man. Especially when millionaires is getting to the bag and you got everybody ending up in these type of situations, though. But yeah, man, we were just hollering at Cuz, and Cuz let us know that I'm just gonna keep it real. Word on the street, bro. Who did it? Snitch, bro. He told. You know what I'm saying?
Keywan White.
Keywan White. That's what it sounded like. That's what it looked like. If it talked like a duck, quack like a duck, it's probably a duck. Go ahead.
It sounded like them years. That little time he was sitting down, it's like he finally cracked, man.
Or maybe it was out the gate. Cuz.
Yeah.
What Cuz just tell us?
That bro had a quick release date. Murdering somebody on the freeway.
He had a quick release date. He basically, what did he get, like 5 years? This was the quiet part. He went down, boom, we all seen that. We all seen the video. If y'all ain't seen it, go look it up, check it out. He went down. I remember him down for it. I remember it kind of looking sloppy. But I think he only got like 4 or 5 years for a shooting on the freeway in Dallas, Texas, which is crazy. Especially if they got this amount of evidence on you. I just find it dumbfounding that they picking Yellow up 5 years later. Like, I can't see other explanation but the man gave it up.
You know what I was just thinking? If he would have gave up something earlier, do you think they would have picked up Yella Beezy before, way back then?
No, because the feds picked him up. So he gave this up to the federales. If he would have gave it up to the state right then and there, he would have probably been at, you know, they would have worked that deal on the front end. But seemed like the feds swooped in, put it on pause due to all this, you know, because that was in the middle of the pandemic, right? A lot of COVID stuff going on, or they know it's a bigger fish to fry. They dealing with a larger amount of money, so maybe they just like, we ain't gonna try to come at them on some hearsay. We're gonna take our time, build the case up. He definitely gave that information. If he did tell, he told from the, like, you know, somewhere in that process of him going down interrogation.
He probably was pity patting.
Yeah.
Early in the beginning. Probably was pity patting.
Yeah.
And finally just cracked. For sure. You know, the feds nowadays, they just sit back and wait for it. So, you know, magical words come out your mouth.
There you go. They go follow your kids to school.
So remember early with the Kiwan, not to get off track, remember, you know, he was that weirdo type dude. You feel me?
Yeah, he was dealing with the
transmission.
The transmission.
Yeah, he was dealing with the transmission. So
that's what came out.
Which is throwing me off though, because you dealing with the transmission, and you in jail. There's plenty of transmissions in jail, but you give up your guy.
Yeah. Well, if that was true, it's weird. But nobody was in jail. You know, if you was gonna deal with transmission, you rather deal with transmission.
Yeah, freeing out.
But you know, that's all alleged. But I definitely heard that story. So hey, but I did doing the homework on this. You did see him post the 100,000. Oh yeah, I got the bag now. He on his whatever he said, something like that.
But Kiwan or
Kiwan. They try to find some little clips of saying. Beezy saying put them in the dirt or something like that, just like playing around, like, you know, get the negative energy away from you. I mean, okay, whatever. But the surprising one about this is Beezy actually kept his mouth shut, unlike for the most part.
For the majority of the part.
Unlike these other rappers, he's not making songs, he's not doing diss tracks, he wasn't doing none of that. He was just kicking back, you know, just playing the cuts. If he did allegedly do this, so it's like that's crazy that they still got up on him from being cool. So it just, only other thing I can think of is somebody telling the bro told on him, bro. That's like, I ain't gonna beat around the bush, bro. This bro told on him, bro. He couldn't take that time. We gave it up.
You know what's crazy? Cause while we was talking earlier, after Mo3 died, that whole Yella Beezy, Trap Freddy, like, you know, scene, it kind of just faded away, and I'm seeing like a reoccurring problem, which, you know, people wanting to hear the drill music, and drill music consists of dissing your ops and dissing the dead and all like that. But then a lot of times, after there ain't nobody else left to diss, your career just kind of fade away. I was never a big Yella Beezy fan. I liked the Yella Beezy for how he carried himself. You know, just a player. You know, there's a lot of players down there in that Texas area.
That's on me, baby.
Yeah, that was for sure a banger. I like the Mo3 music. Not everything he put out, you know. But, yeah, if I had to, like, hang with somebody, it probably would have been Yella Beezy. I'm just saying. You know, he a player. I can relate to players and all like that. Not saying Mo3 wasn't. But Mo3 just looked like he had a lot of fire in his in his eyes. But anyway, yeah, so allegedly they saying, you know, Yella Beezy did this. But I feel like if it do come out to be true or whatever, you know, hopefully it's not, you know, so we can get that brother back on the street. But if it do, I would think, like, you know, in the back of his mind, like, damn, you know, I wish I could, you know, change all this. That way I could still have a flourishing rap career, because Yella Beezy was at the top of his game around that point. He was at the top of his game. And, you know, and recently, like last year, he dropped that album. It didn't really, you know, do too much, my bad, in my opinion, and all like that. But it's very unfortunate. You know, 5 years later, if he was involved, I know you think you scot-free and all like that. But I always say it's just too many, you know, dead ends, you know, tied into a situation, especially if it's a murder for hire. The person that you hire to do the murder is always going to be a liability as long as they're alive. Whether they go to jail for a traffic ticket, domestic violence, or whatever, and they just don't want to sit, or they get caught with a gun, they don't want to do that 5. A getaway free card, get out of jail free card is always in their back pocket, because they're always forever tied into you. And just me personally, that's a hard way to go to sleep at night.
Yeah. Or if they get caught for the actual crime.
Or if they get caught for the actual crime.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
That money that you know, it's a bag on the front end, but 100,000, a million, and if you got to sit down for the rest of your life, potentially, it's gonna be gone fast between lawyers, family members, and you gotta have somebody you trust on the street managing that money. And 9 times out of 10, even if you did trust them, once you go down and they like, oh, he got them football numbers that 100 gonna turn to 50 real fast, gonna turn to 20. It's like, hey, send this little, you know, you might be able to spend 20 of your own money. That other 80 went to who knows what. Now you sitting up in there thinking about trying to call, you know, and this is me, like, you know, trying to put myself in a situation. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you sitting there trying to call, Blood don't want to talk to you, obviously, because it's like, we ain't got nothing to talk about, you know what I'm saying? So you asking him, them, you know, I can imagine somebody trying to distance themselves from the whole situation, whether you did it or not. So I don't even really want to talk to you. So I was like, all right, bet. As soon as I just know how you know, brothers think on the street. I've been outside for a long time. You tell somebody, you know, especially if you feel like you owe them something, like on some real, like you owe me and you avoiding me. Oh yeah, they gonna turn 10 times sideways on you. They gonna get sideways like E40 and be legit. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be all bad, and that's what you know, it looks like that's what this is feeling like, you know what I'm saying? It's feeling like Blood just bit the cheese. So you gotta deal with it. Like you were saying, they definitely, I know the beef, the beef makes the music more popular. Yella Beezy did come out not on no beef stuff though. That's on me, baby. That was a player song for the players. There, whatever little pity pat was going back and forth that got Mo 3 to get to dissing Yella Beezy, that kicked it up a lot. But going down there around that time, a little bit after this happened, I still enjoyed myself as an out-of-towner because, you know, I'm not into politics like that, so I was still able to move around. They was telling me where to go. I'm linking in with some people I know from out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm linking in with family members and relatives. So I still had a good time, but they just like the vibe changed since all that happened. I'm trying to remember if I went out there once before it happened and once after, but I think it was all after. But, you know, from what they told me, they used to be in the clubs a lot turned up. But after all the beefs kind of took over, at least them two camps had to cool it out. You know, they ran the strip clubs. They was in there doing it up live every time, both sides. So they kicked back. Dallas, a big city, is still gonna go up. Deep Ellum, that's where all the clubs and that, uptown, downtown, it's still gonna go up out there regardless. It's definitely a great time out there, but it's unfortunate they put that little spike in their own city, so now y'all can't even enjoy yourself. And we know they used to all kick it together, right?
Yeah, they used to all kick it together.
They used to all kick it together. Trap Boy,
on the music.
Mo,
Dallas as a whole was all just. It was a point in
sure.
time when everybody was a unit.
Sure.
You know, I used to watch these videos back in the day. Everybody used to be a unit. Everybody was together. It was all good. People started getting money, paper. I don't know what separated them.
The riprap.
Yeah, but yeah, it happened, and then it got violent. It got violent. So they picked Yella Beezy up around what 2 p.m. today?
2:30 our time, 4:30 their time.
Raided his house?
Not sure. Not sure about how they got him. I just know they got him.
Well, one great thing about our justice system, they still gonna have to have, you know, beyond a reason of doubt. And 5 years is a long time for y'all to finally come get me. So that's
the killer.
So that means something wasn't making sense. The warrants that y'all been probably trying to get was probably getting denied because there just wasn't enough evidence. So Yella Beezy still got some light at the end of his tunnel. Still got some light. They still got to prove that.
It's gonna develop a little more.
It's definitely gonna develop
Next few days.
Yeah, and the key witness is one of the main suspects. So that's gonna make it hard. For sure.
Yeah, right there. Cause I'll be on his credibility the whole time. Like, oh, y'all gonna take this, the actual murderer allegedly that hopped out on the freeway. He's the one who told you this. This guy, like, you know, I'll be playing that 10 ways to Sunday. I'll be on his line.
So Mo 3, the night before he died, he was at Kiwan Girl House.
That's where it gets tricky. He was definitely on the other side of town.
Out of bounds, yeah.
Mo from the north. You know, that's their side, south. Shout out Oak Cliff business. But he was down there on their neck of the woods. Maybe even in a little suburb, a little San Leandro part of it, but still on that side. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So he is that from South Dallas. It's only one freeway that go back up to the north side, to the downtown and to the north. Yeah. So that's the freeway you're gonna get on. That's what they call him.
Yeah, so he was at somebody's girl house, and allegedly Keywan and the other suspect had to drop on him, and they waited for him to come out and follow him. So Keywan sounded like he definitely had his own motives behind this, but the pictures and the Instagram and all like that, and the money after the job is done, they just make it tough to beat. They add all that up. Even they got a whole division where they just sit online and watch all this and record this and this and that. It's very unfortunate, and I was definitely surprised. That was the last thing
that
on my mind.
caught everybody off guard.
Yeah, like you said, Yella Beezy, he didn't even went on Say Cheese TV and spoke highly of the man.
Yeah.
And he still be on big platforms, and he always tone that down. He don't never speak bad about the man and all like that.
For sure.
Which you should do, even if you are involved. That's just a smart way if you love your freedom. But for him to get picked up 5 years later, definitely crazy work. And now it's gonna be an uphill battle. And like you said, they don't play. Texas hang them high. They don't play out there. Capital murder. You feel me? You ain't gonna be sitting in no cell 20, 30 years waiting to get euthanized.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can beat that. Let's not forget, Trap Boy Freddy haven't been apprehended yet, but college kid says he's currently on the run, evading.
Do we know it's for this?
That's what they were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, him and Trap Boy, two peas in a pod, baby.
Yeah, for sure.
Two peas in a pod, man.
Can you mess with transmissions and still be tender? Because if you was at Cuz Girl House, I know you ain't tripping off the female, you mess with transmissions and you still trying to get up.
But and I hate to even bring it up, but that's always been a big problem in the black community. The down low brother that still wants to go do normal shit because he on the street now. But when he behind doors, he doing little shit like that.
That's wild.
I wouldn't say weird because people do that. That's what they like to do. But it just become a problem when HIV and all that start popping up. So who knows? But I definitely know. It's a lot of weird shit that go on. Between people that prefer this but still want to do this, because it's the norm and all like that, and it's just, But
some people just be freaky too.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a role. It's like a war on the. I don't want to put no gang ties on Beezy because I don't know, but it's like you got our next story that we finna cover. They coming with these indictments. You got Big U going down. You got them. We just seen Thugger. We just seen YF and Lucci. You got Diddy. Dirk. You know what I'm saying? It's a war on rap. The rap game starting to look like the dope game in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? When they finally hit that war on drugs and everything started collapsing one by one, it's starting to feel like that for the street rappers, the hood rappers. You know what I'm saying? They getting them back to back to back to back to back. Is this a coincidence?
Is it really a war, or is it people doing crime and not covering their tracks?
Is it a war, or is it people doing crime and not covering their tracks? It's people. Yella Beezy in this instance, he played it the best he can in the public perception. We don't know the details about if they got a wire transfer or money thing, so that was a little bit cooler. The other ones is more crazy, right? The Dirk, when we seen that and we got the details from that was crazy.
Yeah.
Diddy, that was, you know what I'm saying, that was what it was. Thug and them, well, he beat that, so he was able to get to the better side of that. So I guess that was a lot of he say, she say. They just going on. Honestly, to me, just to sum it all up, it looked like they're taking the Instagram posts, the social media posts, the arguing on live, they taking it for face value. I don't even think they really, of course they gonna do homework because they the feds. I think they just, he said he committed a crime. We gonna take his word that he committed a crime and we're gonna go investigate him, look into him and book him. You know what I'm saying? That's what it just seems like. Before, everybody felt like they was invincible, especially COVID time. Everything felt like it was no rules. Felt like you could do whatever you wanted to do. Have the police force and the rail tripping in the house, kick back, feel like they can't come out because they finna die. We all know niggas was outside during COVID. Nobody cared about nothing. And the police presence was way lower. It felt like it was a little bit untouchable. And that's where a lot of this stuff transpired from. That's the same year Von died. That's the same year like 15 rappers died. So do I think I think.
And then rap is a violent sport. We lose hella rappers every year.
Yeah.
To violence. Not to from the age 16 to 28.
Yeah.
It's all violence. It's not over obesity, maybe when you start talking about older rappers, but that prime rap right there, that drill,
it's happening fast.
you feel me? That the masses create and put out there. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. It's all violence. It's all violence. I think that's why it's a big eye on rap. And then it's a black man with money.
Yeah.
You know how
I already don't like that.
You already know how that's felt about out here.
You feel like it kicked up more like in the recent times?
All this indictment stuff?
All the deaths. Death of rappers. It's been going on from the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? But you feel like maybe the turn of the new decade, it kicked up a lot more than it was before? Before the Vines and stuff like that. Wasn't it like a lot less often?
I don't know. I can't really remember. I just know every year we lose about a good 10, 8 to 10 promising rappers.
My theory on that, I'm gonna make this quick, but before our rappers, the Tupacs, the Biggies, the Nas's, the Eminems, Nelly's, so on and so forth, when they used to have a record label, right? You used to get signed. They used to take you out the hood, give you money, put the whole machine behind you. And it seemed like they used to separate you now. Now we in the age we in now where we can just turn this camera on and propel ourselves to the masses. And these people getting on and they getting the money that the rappers was getting, but they not making a lifestyle change. So they getting in there, you giving these brothers in the hood $100,000, $200,000, and they going right back to their same neighborhood. It's not even hey, you finna go on tour, you finna do this. They literally just turned on the camera. So I think that was contributing to it a lot. They getting the more money, but they not making a lifestyle change. And it seemed like it's cool just to funk with people and kill. You got to be funking to stay relevant in this day and age.
I will say this: gang activity is way more prominent than it was way back then. After the Chicago, it just blew up. And everybody in the gang, and to add on what you said, anybody can be a rapper now. So Lil Pook from the Shady 10 is a rapper now. You feel me? You got his first 10 bands and got a chain. You a rapper. When Lil's gonna give you that rapper thing. They gonna give you what you want for sure.
Especially when you get clapped up or wrapped up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one of the main occupations now. Selling dope, rapping, 304s or scamming. But everybody want that spotlight, and the biggest spotlight, and for everybody to know that you own, is rap.
For sure.
Sports. You got really be dedicated to the sports. Rap, you can still be in the streets, do this and do that, and now you can rap about what you do. So it's like every day is a new adventure. Every day is a new adventure, man.
Yeah.
Free
Yella Beezy and to the fan band, man. My prayers is with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything work out for y'all. All love, all respect. You know what I'm saying? All right, but taking it down.
The real Debo becomes wanted fugitive after allegedly killing his own artist. Feds raid Big U's house as he faces shocking accusations of murder, kidnapping, robbery, extortion, and fraud. Following a years-long...
Still podcasting.
Accused Henley, a.k.a. Big U, of kidnapping and fatally shooting a young rapper in the face and leaving his body in the laws. Vegas desert over perceived disrespect and directing the robbery of an unlicensed L.A. marijuana dispensary that had stopped making extortion payments. Henley also allegedly defrauded companies, donors, athletes, and celebrities, including NBA star Draymond Green and Lakers legend Shaquille O'Neal, persuading them to donate to his charities and later allegedly transferring the money to his personal bank accounts. Check-ins in 2022, Rusa wrote, the FBI interviewed a cooperating witness, identified only as CW1, who claimed that rap artists, athletes, and other visitors needed to pay Henley a fee when they came to the city.
Big E was really the real Debo. That's what Debo was based off on.
Fact.
In the Friday series, and he was out here and he wouldn't. He was really living up to that. You feel me? It come a time and age where you got to change your ways, man. You got to change your ways, man. Big U is currently in jail. I think he turned his hoof in yesterday after the whole little fiasco. After they wrapped up Loose Cannon and Brick Baby, also rolling 60 Crip members, and it's crazy. Like it's indictment year. I wouldn't even say season. It's just been going on. Indictment decade. You might as well call it that. If you out here doing crime and you on especially doing crime and then podcasting about it, it's crazy work. Now I'm just gonna go out on a limb. Adam, 22, the 22ster, the good white man. A lot of people want to point the finger at him, man. Let's just say this, man. He actively deals with gangbangers, criminals, and he gives them a platform. And not only does he give them a platform, he gives them a job, bro. And at the end of the day, all those people that are wrapped up right now or have been wrapped up in the past, one thing they have in common, let me see, they were grown men. So, as being a grown man, shouldn't nobody be able, especially somebody that's not from my background, my similar background, and you guys know what I'm talking about, conniving, shady, ups and downs, the hood. Let's just put it out there, right? Some white man that's not from my background shouldn't be able to sit me down and get me to tell on myself or my whereabouts or what I'm doing, what I'm involved in, who I'm involved with on some national podcast, on some televised podcast. It just shouldn't happen. Does it happen? Yes. But just being an adult, who should take the blame for that? 22 ain't out there going in the hood by itself, gang banging, cripping, sliding, doing all that. No, you guys are taking them to the hood. 22ster ain't, and I'm not defending this man. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of people, point the blame here, point the blame here. When you point the blame somewhere else, you got the four fingers pointing back at you, but it's not even about that. If you want to be a problem solver, it starts with you. You gotta take accountability for what you're doing. Don't let nobody play you out your seat. Is he a conductor? Yes, he's a conductor. Is Wack 100 a conductor? Yes, they're a conductor. But the energy is gonna conduct. It's still on you to turn on the on and off switch. You turn that PS5 on, it's in rest mode. Energy's still conducting, right? But it's on you to turn it on. That's all I had to say, brother. Give me what you got, man.
Adam 22 can't. I'm gonna agree with you for partially for the Adam 22s and the DJ Vlads of the world.
22ster.
They're not from our background, clearly, any way, shape, or form. They didn't grow up around us. They probably were Vlad from California, but
Vlad from the Bay. Town business.
That's cool. He old school. DJ Vlad. What was his old school? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He used to do the hyphy stuff out here. So cool, but regardless of the fact that's cool, entertainment stuff, the fact when these brothers get on these podcasts and get to talking out the side of their neck, it's crazy. Y'all telling it, you made your bed, you laying in it. I guess for a minute, since there was this good vibe with the podcast, since it was entertaining, when these brothers and these Crips and these Bloods get on here and start talking crazy, I guess they felt like, it's entertaining, it's for the pod. So even though y'all talking about real things, y'all started feeling like, oh, it's not illegal. I can do this, I can do that, I can say this, I can say that. They can't really put two and two together. But y'all started recording crimes. Y'all started talking about put-ons, put-offs. I'm this, I'm that. Y'all, we just seen the some of the icing on the cake for me, at least for like the Loose Cannon characters, when they whoop Cuz in the No Jumper parking lot. And put it on camera. That's literally pistol whipping, kidnapping. That's a crime, bro. I don't care how you want to cut it, how you want to look at it. That's literally a crime. And you literally posted that up. Now, what I am going to say about Wack 100. I know he does what he does, but he gets on there and still gets to howling out Paru and this, that, and the third. So if you're going to betray yourself like that, he should be held to a higher standard than the Adam 22. We know what Adam 22 is. I get this is how you making your money, this is how you getting on there, but he gets on there bringing the crimes to the forefront, and just me personally, I don't appreciate that. You got a whole channel you be kicking up dust, like real dirt. I'm just listening to before this indictment just happened, I'm listening to him talk to the lady who was saying basically, Big U did something to her son. He had her on there. And it may just be information being relayed, right? They said the arrest was going to come at this time, late March, early April. They said that Christopher Lovejoy, I believe he's just a police. 600, I think he just the feds altogether. You said he was at the house when they was raiding it. Do I believe that? Yeah, I believe that. I think because he distanced himself and then he started bringing like the case details to the forefront before everybody else knew what was going on. That's kind of wild to me. When Wack gets to just, if he's not working with the feds, he definitely is like a puppet master. He definitely, I know this boy Loose Cannon is retarded. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language if that's against the guidelines. I know if I put him on here, what you say, Big U say to you, bro? You know he ain't got no sense. You know he a clout demon and you trying to bring him to the forefront. You know exactly what you was doing. And a lot of this stuff that you seeing in this indictment is straight from the podcast. The actual crime is straight from the podcast. It's two ways to look at it. They already knew, the feds already knew about this, but y'all just put the icing on the cake, or that was the cake, and then the feds just can't put the icing. What I'm saying is, maybe y'all told on yourself, and if y'all was telling on yourself, and you got these people promoting y'all to tell on yourself, is it they fault? No, because you're a grown-ass man. You know better than to say what to say and what to say on camera. We doing the podcast. We've been doing the podcast about 6 months already. I know what I'm going to say on this camera. I know what I'm not going to say on this camera, period, point blank. Not that I'm partaking in any illegal activities, but I just know if I was to, I wouldn't be sitting here telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you're right. It's on them. But he playing the dirty game, man. And y'all know what I'm saying, man. He playing the dirty game. He may be using that. I know they caught him outside of a club or something. I seen that. And it was a whole bunch of 60s supposed to be getting on him. And he had the camera out and they was like, oh, I'm with my wife and my kids. That was an indictment. So maybe you feel like, okay, he really pressing me. I can't hit him head up. So I'm just going to go at this the best way I know how to. Maybe he just, played chess, not checkers with him. But a part of his chess was the police. So if you proclaim yourself to be a street dude like you do, you gotta play by a different set of rules. And that's just period, point blank. That's what you signed up for. Just don't be like I'm Paru on Tuesday, but I'm a law-abiding citizen on Wednesday, and I'm feeling some type of pressure, so I'm gonna call the police. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Who called the police?
Or whatever. Get them all up in there. According to Big U, he said Wack was marching around with the feds telling him to cut off funding because he's using this money to do illegal things. That's according to Big U. We ain't seen Wack naming no paperwork, so I'm gonna be consistent. That's why I said what I said. I'm not gonna say he telling yet because we ain't seen no paperwork. Does it look fishy as hell? Yes. But when the meat stuff came out, I'm still standing on. I ain't seen no. We seen some paperwork, but it's some room for error there. So I ain't seen Wack naming no paperwork thus far. So I'm not gonna call him a snitch, but he is playing a little dirty game. You know what I'm saying? I know what them little alley hoop layups be like. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
So I watched a little the video yesterday from the feds, the IRS, the state, and all like that. They said they've been watching this man and doing an investigation for 4 years.
Yeah.
For 4 years.
True.
We just learned about Loose, the end of last year. Brick Baby, got a year. So none of these guys were even on the 22 show. Wack 100 wasn't there. This been going on.
Oh, you saying since the 4 years?
It's since the 4 years, bro. It's been going on, bro. When you are extorting people, allegedly, when you are, and then most of all, when you getting money for you got a government funded program and you getting money from this person, that person, you going down to City Hall, you going to their banquets and all like that, and you brushing shoulder with these people, these very important people, and then you getting money for at-risk youth for gang prevention, and you spend it on other stuff. It's wired to your personal bank account.
That's where it's out of pocket right there.
And that's where it's out of pocket at. It's a paper trail to all this, and you still have to produce results for people that's giving you this money. Allegedly, he got Shaq He got Draymond for $100,000, bro.
No, those were 20,000 apiece.
20,000
But
apiece.
between everybody, he food dangled.
Okay, between all the NBA
got
players and the
100,000.
retired athletes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then it's a video floating around of you at a movie set that's in the hood, telling them if they didn't check in, you was gonna check in all their equipment, and this is on camera, bro. This is on the internet, and then let's just see
the other story. Let Adrian Broner was whacking people with fake dice. He hit for like $1.5 million off fake dice. Big U, one of them jumped because he didn't check in and he didn't break bread. Because you working people in LA, you were supposed to break bread.
good run. Let's just keep it real. To be an active, known leader of the Rolling 60 Crips, allegedly, he had a good run. But where in your mind, or at a point in time, after you accomplish so many accolades and milestones, do you be like, all right, either I got to publicly denounce this so that way the feds ain't on me, or I got to fall back and clean up all the way? He been doing this since the 80s, baby. He one of them guys. That's no doubt. Not even up for discussion. He's one of them guys. But where do you come in and just be like, all right, one thing I live by, you can't play both sides of the fence. You can dibble and you can dabble. But you can't dibble dabble at the same time. You just can't. It's always eyes on you, especially when you getting donations. Donations are a big thing in this part of the land. It's a big thing. You get money from hardworking people. You get money from politicians and all like that for what you've created. And it's actually a need out there in LA, you know? That's where that's where that shit started at. So where do you, in your mind, when you look up in the mirror, you feel me? Are you power driven? Are you money driven? Are you, you just want to be the guy? Like, you already did that. For you to allegedly still be out there doing this and that, the alleged murder of your best friend's son over, I heard it was over a diss song. I guess things went sour after he was living with Big U and all like that. And then whoop-de-whoop. Like, I don't know. It's, where do you have your wake-up call at? You got to go clean one day. They're watching. They're out there. And you're a part of an organization that's frowned upon. And then every time something happens to somebody out there, since Sugar's out the way, they always say Big U did it. And let's just kill that noise about Big U and Nipsey Hussle.
Thank you.
Come on now, it's just
it's not that.
Black man ain't killing his breadwinner. Let's just put that out there. And clearly we all saw what happened. Now I guess some of y'all, conspiracy artists out there just well, maybe he sent that and boo whoop and knew that was gonna happen and all like that. Hey, if you want to think that, then think that. You feel me? But I don't think he had nothing to do with Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace to that man passing away. Somebody posted a video today saying like right after Nipsey passed away, and then they showed Big U and his partners laughing and all like that. I don't even think that coincided, or even registered at the same time. But Big U was supposed, he's, and then when the feds come for you, they're gonna make everything that you was doing, they're gonna make it all illegit and just dishonorable. But he allegedly was doing his thing out there, trying to help the youth and all like that. This is gonna come down to the CWs. It's hard to be the paper trail, when money's supposed to be spent on this and all like that. It's just hard to beat that.
Cook.
He got IRS, state, and the feds on him. I think it's gonna be a lot more that comes out from this case. What's your take on it?
That IRS thing is crazy. I don't know if I ever seen the IRS on the indictment before. That's definitely crazy. But to your point with the Nipsey stuff, for sure, Nipsey, the thing with the rapper that died allegedly, he died for sure, but allegedly that Big U had a hand on, that was, like you said, that was his son's friend that went to the studio and ended up losing his life. That's the rapper they're talking about. Everybody just throwing that Nipsey stuff in there because there's a lot of he say, she say mixed in this case because of, I want to say loose cannon. But now I got to think like it was loose cannon telling the truth on a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know that Nipsey called me 30 minutes before he died. I know that's BS. That's just BS. They said they had that.
Everybody do that.
Yeah, that's cap. You know what I'm saying? What was the other rumors that Loose Cannon said out of his mouth? Loose Cannon said he was the muscle man for a lot of Big U's doings, right? He also said he pressed Meek Mill, took Meek Mill chain while he was in L.A. and called Rick Ross to get it back and paid $50,000 for him to get the chain back. That's another story that came out. I believe that might even be in the paperwork, or maybe that was just a clip. Don't quote me on that one. But for Big U, it's like, man, it's like, I don't want to call him talentless because it is a talent to organize, right? And to bring people, that's a talent. It might not be a tangible talent like everybody else, like rapping or acting, but he was Ving Rhames' agent through all the Baby Boy stuff. He was Ray. I think he may have had some. Yeah, he was responsible for Ray J's starter's career. Don't quote me on that. But he definitely was able to, get stuff started. But as far as the extortion part goes, it's like, after a while, bro, you got to give up. Like you said, you got to give up that I want to be gang chief, leader of the Rolling 60's Crips, because where does it lead to? He had a good front. I'm going to keep it real. Like, if nobody would have ever looked into it, I think the body, blood always make the police look more into stuff, but he tried to funnel it through his, what was his foundation called? Making choices, more options, something like that.
Crips R Us.
Crips R Us. We're gonna run with that. But he got the youth football league down there. He definitely got a youth football league, like with Snoop. No, not with Snoop, but he got his own team down there. So he had the front up, so he thought he was running a smooth operation. But at the end of the day, you got to go all the way legit. You can't keep extorting people, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real, just like taking it away from all the gangster stuff. I want to be able to go to, let's say when this podcast blow up, one of my partners get on rapping, I want to be able to go to LA without some big crip running down on me talking about, hey bro, we need 20,000 just for y'all to be down here. Like, who the fuck you think you is? Like, eventually it's gonna get to like a point to where you gonna bump heads, you gonna have bodies, because everybody ain't gonna go for it, you know what I'm saying? I understand, like, showing love, like, you want me to pull up, do a shot or something, or y'all can come meet us in Hollywood, promo run something. I'm with the give a little, get a little. That's how you supposed to do it when you touch down to somebody. If I come to your house, you know what I'm saying, I'm eating at your table. Yeah, hey man, let me put something on that bacon real quick. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got some weed. I'm gonna get the weed. It's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all that. You know what I'm saying? But just the pure out extortion, I don't think Shaq got punked. I don't think Draymond Green got punked. You know what I'm saying? I think they legitimately thought they was donating to a better cause. Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say that part. Now, if he took it and took $20,000 out and put it in his own personal bank account, that just looked crazy right there. You're never supposed to do that. Somebody around him should have told him that. But what did you do with the money? Are you using this to go fuel gang wars? But I'm going to keep it real. They was giving him money for a reason. He had to come back with some type of results. So he for sure was trying to do gang interventions, and just knowing what I know, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't be surprised if he gave up a couple little dogs here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, little Ronnie smoked little poo-poo, they might start a gang war over there. If he did not, I'm not saying he telling on nobody, but, just putting the police on the trail of stuff, because you got to give something to keep getting funded by these people. They're not just going to keep giving you money for no reason. So, that, he tried to work his little twist, but at the end of the day, it got exposed. You know what I'm saying? So he got to fight this. It's going to be an uphill battle. The one thing I did want to say is, when you play with those people money like that, the only other brother who did this was Larry Hoover, right? With the GDs. When he made the GDs, he started campaigning to the city. The same thing. They started giving him money, and they eventually caught on to what he was doing. And that brother is in Super Max. If y'all don't know what ADX Supermax is, they put you in a little bathroom like the size of this little bathroom right here. I don't even know if they give you a mirror. You know how the sick they get? They let you take a picture of yourself one time a year, and you can post it on the wall. And that's the only contact you got with the outside world. Hopefully it don't get like that for you, but with what he was doing and how they trying to charge him, that's what he's looking at for real. 20 years, maybe more. If it's an M on there, He looking at a life sentence, man. He looking at a life sentence in Supermax because you got influence. So he signed himself up for this. Hopefully it play out how it should play out, but he should have definitely made a change before we got to this point.
Yeah, I was just thinking, quick touch on the extortion part. The extortion either gonna dry your city up, or and people, when they finally get extorted and get away from you, they're gonna report to the police. Or we're talking about squares here from NBA or wherever, rappers. Everybody ain't hoggish and doggish how you think they is when you extort them. Because if they was, you wouldn't be extorting them. But it's either gonna dry your city up and nobody's gonna want to come out there. I'm not finna book a flight, pay for my whole entourage and then come out there and get extorted by you. And then another thing I just thought about, Big U allegedly, was it a PPP loan or EDD during COVID?
One of them.
He did that for $200,000.
That's the IRS.
And definitely didn't meet the requirements. I think that's what got them on his trail. Of course, on top of all the other hogs and dogs activities he was doing, but I think that's what was part of the start of his demise. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. It's gonna play out. We'll have some updates on that. But you want to get to this bridge?
Yeah, let's get into the bridge, Batman. We got one more for y'all, man. This is a crazy story, but y'all may have already heard about it. We're gonna run the clip and then we're gonna give y'all feedback about it.
Because I didn't want nothing. What if I want to get my back blown out in peace? You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
Mm-hmm.
That's a year old, y'all. Let's be fucking for real. Let's be real.
Freakazoid.
And I'm like, just so irritated because I didn't want none of this to come out from the beginning. So when people saying, for everybody that's saying, oh, well, this y'all celebrities, this will come with it. No divorce stuff is private. It can absolutely stay private if you allow it to stay private.
Teyana Taylor for you, man. Let's give it up for that woman, man. That's a talented woman, choreographer, great mother, ex-wife of Iman Shumpert. She has that right. She has the right to go on there and vent. And talk about her wanting to get her back blown out, in peace. She has that right. Now, she did go, I did see a video where she said all that stuff about me getting this luxury G-Wagon, the luxury Mercedes-Benz, and all other type of stuff, and the businesses split and all like that. She did come on there and defend herself. She said that wasn't true. She said when she met Iman Shumpert, he had 2 businesses. She already had 2. And then they went in on like 3 or something like that. She said she used her own money and all. And just to sum it up, I didn't hear her say anything wrong. I didn't say anything wrong. She did say something that also kind of made a little sense. Every time Iman, and I don't follow his music like that, but just social media, you're gonna see it. I just recently saw a video that he put out. But also behind the video, next time you scroll, you're gonna see something about all the belongings and property that she got during the divorce. And she said that every time he drops something, that comes right behind it. And then she called him, acting like playing the good baby mama role, like, what's up, baby daddy? How you doing? All like that. Hey, why every time when this happened? And I think his response was, I'm keeping you safe by not saying nothing. Now, I understand what he's saying by that, because I could go online and elaborate on that and be like, yeah, it's true, but then she came at it a different way. She was like, you keeping me safe by not saying nothing. You need to say something. You need to tell these people the truth. Who's lying, who's not lying. We got that information from the gate after they got divorced. So I don't know what's going on with that situation. She said they still, keep in touch, and all like that. I would like to think so for the kids and stuff like that. But at a point in time, if he is keeping his mouth closed, and you seeing stuff online about the divorce and it's getting under your skin, it might be some truth to it. Who knows? How you feel about the situation, Billy?
She want to get her back blown out in peace.
She has that right.
She got a right to get her back blown out in peace, man.
I don't think he tripping off that. I don't know why she said that.
Yeah, that's the part. Like, why you gotta start like that? But The divorce settlement papers is papers. It's paperwork. So what was got, that was in paperwork. That's what was put out. So I don't know what the, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Yeah.
The numbers was presented.
Yeah.
So if you going on here saying, I wish you would have kept it private, yeah, it's truth to that, but it sounded like you took that man to the cleaners. Now, we don't know if there was more this or who money. From the outside looking in, it sounded like you took him to the cleaners. What was it? This Maybach, this many properties, this many businesses. It sound bad. If it sound bad, it's probably bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's part of divorce. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That's what you sign up for when you get married. I know it's all sunshine and flowers when it gets started. And then I would like to think men come in it more in an honest part, like, or maybe not thinking about divorce, but a woman decides. I feel like sometimes women decide when a relationship is over before the man, and she got on it before you did.
Always.
Who brought the most bread in during them times? We don't know. We know he was an NBA player. What do you say he got up to? He was on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think he got a ring, right, with Brian. Or he was playing with Brian for a good amount of time. I think he was a decently paid NBA player is what I'm trying to say. Teyana Taylor definitely does her movies, her choreographics. I wouldn't say a weird couple. It seemed like a power couple move. But it just played out. It ended ugly. It don't even seem like it ended that ugly. It's just the information that they gave us make it seem like he got work. But I didn't see them going back and forth, calling each other names and doing all that extra stuff. So I won't say it was ugly. But you can't be mad that the information came. I mean, you can be mad. You got all rights to be mad about anything you want to be mad about in this world. But if you feel this guilty to where you feel like you got to address it, that means, like you said, there's some truth to it. And something's bugging you to the point to where you want to come out. And why is that stopping you from getting your back blown out? If I'm bro, I'm blowing your back out harder now. Like, you got what? Come here. But it's like that part right there. That seemed like a dagger. No matter how you try to paint it, he probably don't care. But that's still like a little, take that, nigga. And the headline that we seen, that this the only thing I didn't like. She told the judge that he needs to go to jail or get fined for releasing those documents.
About that.
That's the only thing that I can say.
Like that.
I can't get jiggy with that. I don't respect that. Like, you want him to go to jail because they saw what you took from the man or allegedly took from the man. I don't get jiggy with that. I don't think nobody should go to jail. But she was on the other foot. I wouldn't want you to go to jail because you released some court documents. Like, so that give a little spite in the blood. You know what I'm saying? I know he was on the episode of Shy and he started banging out like Lala or whatever the little light skinned girl was on it. So maybe she was like, he trying to get his act on. Man, you know how I get when people break up. It's petty. Everybody looking at everybody. He doing this, he doing that. It's still like an underlying love. I would like to think, because y'all got married. If y'all took it that far, obviously there was some type of deep connection. So y'all gonna be a little spiteful. So even he might be like, I don't care about her saying she got her back blew out. But he's like, that's my wife and that's the mother of my kids. She watching you on the Shy, hump on the girls and do all that, even though it's a movie show. That's like, he used to be on top of me like that. It's the mind games, man. Maybe some people above it, maybe some people ain't, but it's petty. But don't after you already took the man to the cleaners, now you want to get them locked up too. That's just what make it seem. And I know this internet has a way of putting out their own narratives and making it seem how they want to seem, so we don't know. But from the narrative that we picking up on, that you got the house, the car, the kid, and the dog, and you want him to go sit in jail, it make you look like a bad person. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
And also, $8,000 a month for child support, and he has to pay for the kids' private school. Now, that was another reason why it even brought up old feelings that I had about this situation. I think we all could agree. Amon Shepard is a good dude, a good one of them deep, I just had the word in my head, but one of them deep conscious rappers. He ain't putting out no gang this, gang that. Pretty much everything he did, he involved, or they were a team when they did it. Teyana Taylor was from LA. Teyana Taylor has that, I think she is, I'm not sure.
I think so, yeah.
But she has that certain type of swag about her where it's like, it's hoggish and doggish. Not saying in a bad way, but she just ain't taking no shit. And him on the other side was, optimistic. I wouldn't even say naive, because it seemed like he had a great woman, and I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't change that for nothing in the world. But to see somebody that good-hearted person like that, they have to go through that, man or woman, it just sucks to see. You know, of course, there's a woman on the other side, but it's just like, you know, it just clearly seems like she knew that relationship was over before he knew it was over. He never spoke down on her. He always lifted her up, promoted her. I'm pretty sure she did vice versa. I'm pretty sure she put him on some things that he wasn't used to, and I'm pretty sure, you know, vice versa. But just to see somebody get cleaned up like that, it don't feel good to see, especially when y'all was rocking like this and all like that, and it seemed like Iman was all for you. And you never heard about Iman Shumpert cheating on her. I'm not saying you heard about he cheated on her.
I'm not.
I'm not saying that you heard about her cheating on him. But I'm just saying, in some little information I had just pulled up, because I know I kind of thought about it too when me and my partner was talking about it the other day. Who has made the more money?
That's what I'm thinking about.
It says that over Iman Shumpert's 10-year career in the NBA, he made $48 million. It says today, and you know these networks be unofficial, but it says today he's estimated at $16 million. You know, and I think that's
normal.
And I think that's including the Shy and all like that and stuff like that. It says Teyana Taylor's unofficial net worth is $5 million, and it says she accumulated a lot of that after the divorce, and a lot of the possessions were turned over to her. So I say that to say, whatever she did get, you know, not saying he didn't take a loss, he ain't gonna feel it, but he was definitely the breadwinner. He's definitely the breadwinner. So if it's true that he gave up all that stuff, it makes sense. Some of it just seemed a little excessive. Like bam, 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 my car collection, bam, bam, this, my properties, you know, all like that. She said it's not true. The documents always come out every 2 or 3 months, you know, so it's just a messy situation right there. I know it scares a lot of people. It scares me a little bit, you know, find somebody that you feel like your soulmate, y'all have kids, and then I know everything ain't all peaches and cream, but it didn't seem like it was nothing just too major to where, you know, we in the tabloids, we shade room and this and that and whoop. It actually was the opposite of that, you know. And this is from the outside looking in, my honest opinion. It's actually the opposite of that. But for them to you know, crash and burn like that and have to just, you know, divide the dividends up like that, it don't even really seem like it was even divided. It seemed like she's really, you know, clean house for my boy. Man. But yeah, you can't let them comments and social media get to you. So if it's not true, Teyana Taylor, live your life, get your back cracked in peace, no Diddy, and Iman Shumpert, keep doing what you're doing. I don't think he's paying anybody to, you know, drop paperwork on her or all like that, or just, you know, to smut her name like that.
It's juicy.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
Somebody just took it.
Yeah. But
something you just said just triggered a thought. These divorce lawyers, man, especially in California, it's a cold piece of work, man. Like, god damn.
If I do get married, I'll probably never get married in California. It's vicious. it's vicious out there.
Yeah, we for sure going to a farm in Montana.
It's vicious, bro. Every time I say it's vicious.
What it was, and then I didn't look up the net worth. I've been meaning to do that, you know, just to see the difference. So if he was worth 48, obviously he spent some of that over the career. So he walked away with 15. But she got 5, which was accumulated after the divorce. What? Damn, she ain't been working like that. Where do we know Teyana Taylor from?
She work hard. She do a lot of choreographs, but you gotta feel like you gotta.
that dancing shit. How much is that?
That's what I'm saying.
I was like,
if the producer gotta wait 3 years to get paid, the beat maker gotta wait 3 years to get paid. How much you think we paying?
That's $15,000, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's Teyana Taylor, so
she work hard though.
Teyana Taylor tax on it, so you're gonna get your $30,000-$40,000. It isn't me guessing. You're not getting $1 million for choreographing unless it's like Taylor Swift #1 hit, and she like it's.
Hey, you still not even getting that.
Yeah, so I know that ain't nothing. You know, there's Byron. That should have been your sign right there. The way she played that role on Lottery Ticket, you should. Whatever movie that was.
Yeah, some Medea.
I would have ran away right there because the fact you could play that role right there, you'd be that irritating. I would have. Yeah. But
has she ever been the lead star in the movie?
I'm trying to think. I don't even look up her.
I ain't trying.
And no, this is not no shade.
It's not no shade at all. But I'm saying that's just a hard working woman. I thought it would have been a little bit more than that. Like I said, it was an unofficial. You know, we online with it. You know.
Let me see our movies real quick. Excuse me, y'all. Bear with us real quick. We just trying to give y'all the perspective. It's something that broke her through that I'm trying to think of to where she's a household name. Was it Lottery Ticket? Maybe it was that. But either way, regardless of the fact, she's well known and she's a hustler. I believe she is from LA, like real LA. Iman Shumpert do seem like a kind of, you know, sometimes them athlete dudes be a little bit kind of like game goofy. You know, just kind of like conscious though, but probably a good spirit. Let me not say game goofy. Let me say good spirit, came in with some genuine intentions, and he met somebody who was just more game tight to him. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? And she, you know, I'm pretty sure it was genuine. I'm pretty sure they was in love at one point in time. I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but when that time came, she for sure put her little thing down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she didn't hold back.
She didn't hold back, and that's unfortunate. But you live and you learn. At least they still can communicate, be cool. They still, I think they're still gonna be good, well off. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact he set her up for a cool little situation. His NBA career is on the tail end, but he's starting his acting career.
He ain't played in a couple years.
Yeah. I think he retired in there, right?
I don't know if he retired. I just know he
could definitely go overseas though, get another check if you want to.
Yeah.
And I seen him on a couple skits. I'm pretty sure he gonna go in this acting role. He probably learned some stuff from being with her. He probably did learn that from her though, right? So, yeah, but hey, you gotta cool it with I'm trying to get the brother locked up. That ain't what it's about. Do you really want your baby daddy locked up because your ex-husband, baby daddy, because your divorce settlement got out? Like, where's the logic? Where's the reasoning there? Where's the I already got my bag secured. She already with the new dude. You know what I'm saying? Why are you even tweaking right now?
She get him locked up. He one of them people that, you feel me, like, people gonna come together and dislike her for that. Yeah, I can't just go one to say, but
the power gonna love her. They're gonna be like, hey, bro, you good, bro? Hey, man, she out of pocket, bro. You good? You know what I'm saying? Till you get out, cuz it just, but he, it's unfortunate, man. You know, nobody wins when the family feuds. You feel me? But yeah, man, shout out Iman. Shout out Teyana Taylor. Just cool it with that, man. You got any more thoughts on that one or any of these topics we covered today?
No, that's it, man. I'm ready to get to the other side of that bridge, baby.
Okay, yeah, man. Once again, man, shout out my Dallas family, man. We wishing y'all the best. Big you and them. You know, we're going to see how that turn out. But that's the host with the most. This is the host with the most. Big Hop, Big Six, bigger business.
You're